As we all know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That very saying might be the reason why so often on the holidays, a fruit basket lands on our doorstep from a distant relative. While in the US and UK, fruits are sometimes seen as a detached holiday gift. In other parts of the world, fruits are considered a luxury gift, selling for thousands of dollars. Shockingly, some fruits can even sell in the tens of thousands. To look at where on earth melons are selling for such an absurd price, we'll have to pop over to Japan. Japan is a country that is very fond of gift giving. In the workplace specifically, gifts are given as a sign of respect and appreciation. They're not something that is necessarily optional. Gift giving is something that is strongly required if you want to keep your co-workers on your side. That being said, if you find yourself working in Japan and open a box to find a giant melon sitting in a display of hay, it's not something to turn your nose up at. Most likely, this is a crown melon. Crown melons are a very distinct type of melon that is wildly popular. On average, standard crown melons sell for $200 to $300 each. There are some varieties that sell in the thousands of dollars, and one specific variety that we'll delve into later on sells for as high as $22,000. Kind of surprising for a food that's normally last to go on the fruit tray, isn't it? While it may seem absurd to many of us, crown melons fly off the shelves in Japan during gift-giving seasons. While we're over here buying expensive chocolates and watches, they're scooping up a cantaloupe. That raises the question, are they actually worth that much money? What exactly is so special about them? Well, for starters, these aren't the kind of seeds you just plop into the ground and water every once in a while. Crown melons are incredibly needy, from start to finish. They're grown in raised beds so they can grow year-round without relying on the temperature of the soil. Speaking of temperature, these melons are nurtured in a greenhouse made specifically to cater to the exact temperature they require. While some of us have fathers yelling at us not to touch the thermostat, these crown melons have entire buildings dedicated to the exact degree they thrive at. A bit hard to imagine, isn't it? The growing process is entirely high-tech and hands-on. Water is expertly measured, and temperatures are tweaked constantly. To ensure the netting or pattern of the melons is perfect, growers influence the way it looks by adding water. While one might assume they have fancy sprinklers doing the job for them, these growers hand pour water over their plants. However, even with these high standards, not all melons will be allowed to grow to their full potential. On each tree, only a single melon is allowed to grow the full 100 days in order to ensure the best of the best is being harvested. Even when the best of the best are harvested, they still may not necessarily be the best melon. Melons are graded on a system with 3 different grades: Shiro, Yama, and Fuji, with Fuji being the highest rating. These ratings are entirely dependent on appearance, size, and even sugar content. There are over 20 types of crown melons, and one specific kind has become the talk of the town. Yubari King melons, grown only in Yubari, sell for the price of a car. At an auction in May 2019, a pair of 2 Fuji-rated melons sold for a whopping $45,000. Why pay off your student loans or buy a motorcycle when you can just buy some cantaloupes? That being said, I'm just going to let it slide that melons are even sold at auction to the highest bidder in the first place. Apparently, Yubari King melons are in such high demand because they're the sweetest of any variety. Though I can't necessarily vouch for their flavor, it seems like a ton of people in Japan agree that this luxury product is the way to go. You may be questioning the sanity of the man who dropped $45,000 on cantaloupe, though his identity isn't publicly known. When asked about his purchase, he said, "I wanted to return a favor to the farmers of Yubari, who help us every year." A very nice sentiment with a hefty price tag attached, indeed. What do you think about the price of these luxury fruits? Is the work that goes into them worth the money? Or would you be leaving the auction empty-handed? Is this the most expensive pair of melons you've ever seen? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I'm Mr. Luxury. Pip pip to doodly doo.